Hey guys, this is a full tutorial on Patch's haircut. I go into depth and show some close-ups, so hopefully you learn a few things. So let's get started. Cutting kids' hair is a trip sometimes. Okay, so I start with the number one guard. I put my lever down so it's an actual true one. Remember that those ears move. So if you're cutting around the ear and they're in the way, just bend them down. You can see how I'm putting my clippers at a diagonal. This is so I can create the right line. So I just visualize a diagonal line so I can get the Euro hawk shape. I also use my lever. So once I do the true one, then I put my lever down right there. And now I'm a 1.5. And now I'm just going to start blending up because I don't want to take this clipper part too high up or else I'll basically just get a mohawk. Okay, so right here, I've taken the guard off and I've put my lever down. So I'm like a half. And I'm just going right along the outside to make it extra short right by his ear. This is how you get like one of those really drastic fades. Now you can see my left hand, my left thumb, I'm keeping the skin tight so it doesn't pull. Okay, once the clipper part is done, now I'm going to do the scissor part. So get this really wet. The more wet you get it, the more control you have. I'm creating the middle mohawk guide right here. So basically what this is it's going to set the length for the top. He's really worried that I'm going to take too much off. I've promised him that I'm not going to, but yep, there he goes again. Boys' hair, they are so particular about it. Okay, so I'm just trimming the very top. See how I'm taking some that I have cut and some that I haven't cut? And I'm matching that. And now I'm just making sure that he can see that I'm only taking off like a 1/4 inch right there. Like, see, buddy, I promise you. He does not want a haircut. Okay, so right here with the Euro hawk, instead of stopping at the top, now I'm going to go all the way down. So see how I've created that guide all the way down? It's an inch wide section all the way down. So I'm taking some that I have cut, some that I haven't cut. Okay, do you see how I'm combing it till all the hair is smooth? You want to make sure to do that so the haircut is nice and even. So once I've gone all the way from the top to the bottom with this mohawk guide section, then I'm going to comb it over to one side and match everything to that top. Oh my word, Patch. He is so worried about me cutting too much hair. You can see I'm doing my best bribing right here. Like, just let me finish your hair. I mean, but how do you get mad at that face? Look how dang cute that face is. He's doing his best, but watch who wins this war. I do. Okay, so I'm going to take little sections and I'm going to comb all the hair up. See, you can tell where I have cut, where I haven't cut, and you match everything to that mohawk guide section. So that's why that guide is so important, because it creates the guide for the entire length of the haircut. See, little sections. He's getting restless. He doesn't want his haircut, but he's still so freaking cute. Okay, matching all of that to the guide. Make sure you take little sections so you're not creating like some peaks and valleys and weird lines in the hair. Oh, double checking. I'm showing him again how much I'm actually taking off. Also notice that my fingers are staying parallel with the floor. You want to make sure to do that so you can create the right angle in the haircut. So once you've done the top, now you just go all the way down the back and you do the same thing. So you're just going to continue to take vertical parts all the way down the hair. This will just make sure that all of the hair is the same length. This part will be easier if you can push their head forward, so like the chin to their chest, so it's not so awkward for you to cut this. I love this haircut so much because this is where you can really customize it to however you want to look. You can take this part shorter. You can leave it longer. See how I'm going to leave this bottom part long because he wants that grown out underneath his baseball cap. Some people really like to take it tapered into their neck so it's not a mullet at all. It's just a true Euro hawk. So once I've done the vertical sections, now I'm going to take these horizontal sections. See how I'm pulling that out, and I'm going to match everything to that first guide. Again, I'm going to take a little bit that I have cut, a little bit that I haven't cut, and I'm going to go from the bottom to the top and travel up the head. So once you finish that one section, then you just move on and you do the same thing all along the back. Make sure you're taking little partings so you don't create unnecessary cut marks. So the top's done, the back's done, the clipper part is done. Now I'm just going to connect those two guides. So I am finding the guide that is the clipper length and the guide that is the top and cutting a straight line to connect the two. I love this part because it basically just connects and blends everything together. I know a lot of people struggle with this, but once you understand how to connect both guides, it's going to be pretty simple for you. So see how I'm finding both guides and connecting those? It's just a straight line, a straight cut to blend the two together. Once again, in the back, you can customize this to however you want it to look. See how I'm angling my fingers out? I'm keeping the back a little bit longer. But remember that war that I was talking about a little bit earlier? Yep, I won, and we are trimming the mullet just a little bit. I still want it to look mullety, but I need it to look thick and classy. Not that those two go hand in hand, but for this tutorial purpose, they do. Okay, now I'm using my clippers and my comb because I want to make sure that this blend is just perfect. Sometimes when we cut it just with our fingers and our scissors, we miss a few hairs. So I'm putting my comb in and I'm pulling it straight out, putting my clippers over. This part will take practice, so just be patient with yourself. See how I'm scooping the hair with my comb and then bringing it up so it's straight up and down? That's what you want to do. You don't want to tilt your comb when you cut it. See how I'm scooping and then putting it straight up. Okay, now the bangs. I'm doing this unicorn horn angle. So what I'm doing is finding the guide at the bottom, finding the guide at the top, and I'm blending those two together. I always like to move the hair around to see what it's going to look like styled, and I wanted it to look a little bit more textured. I love textured haircuts, and I feel like this tip is what sets home haircuts from professional haircuts apart. So I just pull sections of the hair up and I'm turning my scissors at an angle and making big deep V's. This will also help him style it better. Last thing we need to do is the outline. See how I'm using all four sides of that trimmer? It will help me to make that outline look really nice and crisp. Last thing we need to do is use our texturing shears. Now, I love these things so much because I feel like my blend was really good, but I want to make sure it's perfect with absolutely no lines. So right here on the ridge, I'm just going to take little snips of the haircut and boom, check that out. It did not take me very long. It's so cute and relatively easy. Thank you so much for watching.